The rise and fall of Macy's department store, from icon to iconic. Macy's department store, once a symbol of luxury, fashion, and the ultimate shopping experience. This has been a beloved part of American culture for over a century. It started as a little dry goods store in 1858 and expanded to become the industry leader in retail, with its flagship store on 34th Street in New York City being a recognized icon. As of 2015, this was the largest department store company by retail sales in the United States, with 508 stores, 94,000 employees, and an annual revenue of $25.3 billion as of January 2023. Macy's is more than just a store. But as times changed, so did Macy's fortunes. The rise of online shopping, economic downturns, and changing consumer habits all played a part in the store's dramatic fall from glory. In today's video, we're going to explore the fascinating journey of Macy's, how it rose to become a retail empire, and what led to its struggles in today's fast-paced retail world. So stay tuned, and let's begin. A humble beginning. A man named Roland Hussey Macy, a former sailor, initially opened a small dry goods store in Haverhill, Massachusetts in 1858 with hopes of finding success. He already had a record of 4 failed business attempts, but he refused to give up. He established the store by the name of R.H. Macy & Co., later changed to Macy on 6th Avenue, quite far from the more popular shopping areas at the time. The first day of business on October 28, 1858, brought in a modest $11.08, which is about $390 today. It wasn't much, but it was a start. As his business slowly grew, he moved the store to New York City's bustling 14th Street. It was a smart decision, as the city was rapidly becoming a major commercial hub. Moreover, Macy's bold approach and work ethic began attracting customers. Innovative retail concepts. As the early 1900s arrived, Macy's started gaining immense popularity because of its innovative retail concepts that set it apart from other department stores of the time. One of the most notable ideas was Macy's introduction of fixed prices. Unlike most stores that swapped over prices, Macy's made shopping easier by displaying prices that were the same for everyone. This idea created a sense of trust between the store and its customers, making shopping less stressful and more transparent. Plus, it offered a money-back guarantee. Another groundbreaking idea was Macy's holiday window displays. These windows became famous for their themed decorations, drawing crowds from all over to admire the creative scenes, especially during the holiday season. Macy's also introduced the idea of offering a wide range of products under one roof, from clothing to home goods, making it a one-stop shop for families. The store also had in-house made-to-measure clothing for both men and women, assembled in an on-site factory. Have you ever visited legendary R.H. Macy & Co. before it became Macy? Do you see any difference? Which one do you think was better? Share your views in the comment box below. The iconic Thanksgiving Day Parade. Perhaps most famously, Macy's sponsored the first ever Thanksgiving Day Parade in 1924, which has since become an annual tradition loved by millions. These innovations not only helped Macy's grow rapidly, but also reshaped the retail industry, inspiring other stores to adopt similar practices. Macy's Herald Square. However, the most iconic moment for the store occurred when they started the construction of Macy's Herald Square in 1901. It was a monumental project for its time. Designed by architects Delamos and Cordes, the building was to be the new flagship location for Macy's, moving from its previous downtown site. It opened in 1902 at the corner of 34th Street and Broadway. The original structure showcased the magnificence of early 20th century architecture. With its Palladian front, Macy's had the vision to become the largest store in the world, and Herald Square was the perfect location to fulfill that dream. However, there was one tiny issue, which was a 5-story building sitting on the corner of 34th Street and Broadway. We can't consider it tiny though, man. It was owned by Robert Smith, who's reported to be acting on behalf of Macy's competitor, Siegel Cooper. This building was strategically placed to block Macy's from occupying the entire block. Quite a move. What do you think? If you were a competitor of Macy, would you have done the same thing or not? And why? Let us know in the comments below. The plot twist happened when Macy ignored the building and instead built around it, showing its passion to grow. Over the years, the store grew, adding new sections in 1924, 1928, and 1931 in a more modern Art Deco style. Macy's Herald Square became a true icon, setting standards for retail innovation and competition in New York City. The growth of Macy's. With a dream of expansion beyond its flagship store, Macy's didn't stop here. In 1941, Macy's opened its first branch store in the Bronx, starting its journey to become a nationwide retailer. They not only wanted to open new stores, but also acquire local department stores across the country. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, Macy's strategically bought well-known regional department stores. In 1923, Macy's acquired LaSalle & Coke in Toledo, Ohio, followed by Davidson Pax & Stokes in Atlanta and L. Bamberger & Co. in Newark in 1929. These acquisitions helped Macy's establish a hold in key cities outside of New York. The expansion continued after World War II. In 1945, Macy's acquired O'Connor Moffett & Company in San Francisco, which was eventually renamed Macy's California. By 1947, Macy's had also taken over John Taylor Dry Goods Co. in Kansas City, later renaming it Macy's Missouri, Kansas. A large branch store opened in Queens in 1965, followed by expansions into the southern states, with new locations in Florida, Texas, and Georgia. By the mid-1980s, Macy's stores spanned from New York to California, strengthening its position as one of America's most recognizable department stores. As much as it seems that the golden era of department stores would never end, the tale of Macy's soon took a dramatic turn when our beloved giant got into a legal battle that reshaped its very foundation. Challenges. As the 1990s began, Macy's faced significant challenges that threatened its reputation as a retail giant. To move R.H. Macy & Co. Inc. toward a better future, Edward Finkelstein, the company's chairman and CEO, conducted the leveraged acquisition in 1986. However, things got worse when he got involved in a violent acquisition struggle for Federated Department Stores Inc. in 1988. Tragically, Macy's lost the lawsuit against Campo Corporation of Canada. As part of the deal, Macy's had to buy several of Federated's businesses, including Bullock's and Posh Bullock's Wilshire and I. Mannion. As if this wasn't enough to ruin the business's name, Macy's was in such bad financial shape by January 27, 1992, that it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. This move resulted in the bank's involvement and a selection of a new management team. Officials soon came to an agreement that severe action was needed, and so 2/3 of the elite I. Mannion chain was shut down along with failing stores. Macy's was split up into two primary sections, Macy's East and Macy's West. Even if the company's goal was to refocus, these changes undoubtedly meant a loss of power for the famous department store. The merger era and its impact. The merger of R.H. Macy & Co. with Federated Department Stores reshaped Macy's. After relocating its headquarters to Cincinnati, Ohio, Macy's undertook an enormous change and started to make a position in the marketplace. Federated wasted no time shutting down the I. Mannion chain and converting several locations to Macy's or Bullock's stores, while some others were sold. In 1995, the Federation joined its Jordan Marsh and Abraham and Strauss businesses to become the new Macy's East, renaming its retail locations in New York. Also, Federated bought Broadway Studios, merging those shops into Macy's West to create a solid presence in California. Several well-known regional names, like Marshall Field, Fallon's, and Stearns, have been rebranded as Macy's over time. This rebranding sparked outrage, particularly in Chicago, where Fields was a cherished local institution. If you were the corporate lawyer for Macy's during these chaotic times, what legal moves would you have pulled to save the business? Drop your clever ideas in the comments. Bonus points for jokes that make us laugh out loud. Decline in the 2010s. As we entered into the 2000s, Macy's department store began to experience a significant decline. The rise of online shopping transformed how consumers shopped. As giants like Amazon gained popularity, shoppers preferred buying from their homes. Macy's found it difficult to adapt to these developments. The business made an effort to update its web presence, but it was insufficient to keep up with competition. Macy's announced in 2015 that it would close 40 locations around the country, including the famous Herald Square location in New York City. Changes in customer preferences also affected sales. Local boutiques and unique experiences were chosen by many shoppers over typical department stores. Due to this change, Macy's experienced a decline in sales and ended up closing more than 200 locations. Nostalgia. Even though many locations don't exist anymore, Macy's department store still holds a special place in the hearts of many Americans. For generations, it was more than just a store. It was a place where memories were made. During the holiday season, families came to Macy's, drawn by the eye-catching window decorations that turned the downtown streets into a winter paradise. In the famous Santa Land, kids waited impatiently for Santa to arrive. There, they made wishes in whispers and left with candies and bright eyes. Macy's also represents important life moments for a lot of people. From selecting the ideal wedding outfit to choosing their first suit for a job interview, shoppers enjoyed life's significant events. The smell of fresh popcorn and cotton candy from the in-store cafes brought joy, reminding us of simpler times spent with loved ones. Today, we remember Macy's for its tradition and community, giving feelings of warmth, excitement, and even a touch of sadness as we reflect on what it once represented. What do you think the future holds for Macy's? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And that's a wrap on our journey through the rise and fall of Macy's department store. It's clear that this iconic retailer has experienced both dazzling heights and difficult lows. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Your support helps us bring more nostalgic content to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.